Hello, everyone, and welcome to my documentary, Life, Where We Come From and Where We End Up. This is part two of this documentary explaining to you basically life, where we come from, and where we end up. I'm going to touch a lot of topics like I've touched in the beginning, but now I'm going to get a little bit more in depth as we go through this and explain a lot more things. I said in the beginning, a lot of it has to do with deficiency and neglect and not reading your body and what your body is letting you know because the body is an amazing organism and it lets you know when something is going wrong in it. And you wonder what are the signs from it. Well, one of the biggest sign is pain due to inflammation. So when you are getting chronic inflammation or swelling, that's your body giving you a signal that something is going wrong in your body and you need to understand that and address that situation because if you don't, it's going to get worse. There's a lot of people that do this and they don't take it seriously and then things get more dramatic and more horrific, more neglect that they leave not connecting to and finding out what needs to be done. The sooner the better. And a lot has to do with we're not going to talk about any medication, okay? We're going to talk about supplements, minerals, and herbs. I always tell people to look into things further. If I give you a suggestion, I want you to do your own homework. That's the problem a lot of us have. We don't do our own homework anymore. Reading books, going through the internet, you will find things that you would never imagine existed or was ever in creation or put together. You will find bits and pieces that's going to be connected to your life and relate in one way or another how to fix problems. And this is from people just like me and you doing their own homework and believing by giving a lot of people information is the right thing. I said that, sorry, I said that stress is the cause of many problems and illnesses. And yes, it is. It really is the most potent problem out there because it ingests a lot of hormones in our body, stress hormones that stress is not a good thing from the beginning and reacting and activating stress hormones and make them more powerful and increasing them to the ability in men that it does a lot of things. Let's touch on the men. Okay. High levels or prolactin and cortisol and estrogen induces hair loss in men. You ever hear, don't stress out, you'll lose your hair? It's actually proven. Our body has a lot of androgens in our body and hormones, okay? Uh, our thyroid makes a lot of these hormones for different parts of our organs. And certain stress hormones start turning off certain organism totally or gradually or just makes them sluggish. So the body is not producing what it needs. The body's not getting it from supplements that you're giving it to produce these hormones, these necessary hormones. There's sorry. I'm sorry. There's a cycle in life that a lot of us don't get. And I'm going to give a quick rundown of it and what it's about. Um, when we reach our 20s, we start declining. It's a declining cycle. And the reason why they say we get older is because specifically growth hormones that we had at a certain age get turned off and we don't grow anymore. So our body starts declining. And that's when saying getting older is us getting to the point of our demise. If we sometimes it comes longer, sometimes it comes shorter. It depends on how we consume things in our data life, day to day life that makes us live longer than shorter. A lot has to do with a lot of people are over medicated, a lot of stress on their organs, their liver, especially their kidneys. Um, I've seen uh, places like dialysis places that are so packed that look like it's a Super Bowl Sunday, and it's depressing. Uh, very, you can't fathom it. But I look at this and I said, "Wow, the world is this at this point," because the world does not understand that we don't need to get to this point. We never need to get to this point. We have to resolve things before we get to this point, because usually and most definitely after dialysis, you're eventually going to need a transplant. From my perspective and my knowing, they don't come every day. And sometimes they don't come at all. Okay. A lot has to do with size, blood type, and the opportunity to getting your proper organ to you that is not going to be damaged, or it's functioning right, or it's going to match your blood type or your structure, your cellular structure. There's a lot of factors that are against you than are with you. So I'm not trying to discourage anybody. I never do that. I'm always trying to give people positive information, positive content, and letting people know things that they need to find out sooner than later. Okay. Uh, I'm just talking about our body is an amazing thing, and it gives us signals to let us know that something's going wrong. Now I'm going to touch on the men aspect with low libido. Uh, when a guy can't perform in the bedroom, that's the body telling them there's something wrong, something's not connected, or something's out of whack, or something is not functioning the right way, or something's not getting the materials it needs to process those hormones that you need to give a man the opportunity to be a man. And that is not going on because there's something not functioning the right way. So you have to do your own homework and find out, like I have and many other men have, say themselves, what's going wrong? What have I done wrong? Look at the foods you're eating, guys. Look at the alcohol you're consuming. Look at all the sugars that you're intaking every day. Look at what testosterone needs to survive. Look at what testosterone needs to produce those hormones to give you your manhood. And why is it not giving your manhood? Are you following the directions that it needs to have? Or are you neglecting it and you're just not taking it seriously? And then automatically you think that those so-called people that have all the answers, you go to them, they give you this pill, you try it, and it doesn't do nothing for you. You get even more stressed out than before. Stress causes more problems. That puts you more into a state of depression. And then you go and you end up getting another pill, and that's another pill to shut off neurons in your brain to make you say to yourself, well, my life is crap. Now my life is wonderful. I just can't be a man now. And I'm happy, you know, that I woke up this morning, but I can't be a man. And that's a lot of problems that I see. A lot of people that I know come to me every single day, and sometimes late at night, because they think I know all, and I became their go-to person. And then the first thing I tell them is listen to your body. What is your body telling you? And but the question is, I already know because I see how they treat their body. So I said to them, "Do you really want me to help you?" And they're like, "Yes, desperately. I need to be fixed. What do I have to do? I do anything." I said, "Saying something and doing something are two different things. How devoted and driven are you to make this happen? Because I'm going to work you like you've never been worked before. I'm going to tell you what you have to take. You have to take it every day. Juices you have to drink. Detox to start cleaning your body. You have to get those hormones functioning the way they're supposed to be because they're not doing what they're supposed to do. They're at the point where they're just not doing anything. So it's like the engine, you put the key in it, you turn it, but it's not going to kick in. It doesn't matter how many times you turn that key. So address the problem, fix the cause, and everything will turn out eventually if you're devoted and driven the way it's supposed to be. If you don't follow through in anything you do, okay, I'm going to say something to anybody. This doesn't mean about health, it's about becoming what you want to be in life. Follow your dreams. Don't make no one believe that those dreams can never be followed. And set out to do what you set out to do in life. Follow your path, follow your direction. And the crazy thing it is, it's not this is not just about medication. This is about life and what life details every day. And every day we wake up in the morning and we go into a different journey. The question is, what journey are you going to have today? Are you going to have an enlightenment journey? Are you going to have a journey that you're going to follow the blueprint, or you're not going to follow the blueprint and you're going to believe to create a whole new blueprint that wasn't based on your life? Look at the way your life is going, see the direction is going, and go through that direction, and you will follow your life path. See your body, what it's telling you, see what your body is giving you symptoms of. If you're getting rashes, if you're getting inflammation, if you're waking up with pain, look what you're doing to your body. Say, oh, well, I ate a lot of salty foods the other night, a lot of greasy foods with, a lot of saturated fats and stuff like that. My body doesn't need that. Maybe that's why my body's acting up. Read the descriptions, follow through what your body is telling you. A lot of people, a lot of women say to me, "Hey, Vin, you should write a book," and that's why I'm doing this documentary. And probably eventually I will do a book because a lot of people need a lot of information every day because they're not aware or they're not knowledgeable. It's not even that. It's not. A lot of people don't do like everybody else. If we were all the same, imagine how much things would be changing in this world. How many things would be different. We all have our own set goals and differences in our lives. That's what makes us special. But we all should have the same differences of our lives, that we want our lives to prolong and live longer and have the people that we care about live longer. And by giving them the information, not only giving the information to the people in our lives and our friends, but everyone else in this world. Follow your path, not only for yourself, because sometimes in your life path, there's strangers that are involved in that path that needs to conflict and connect with you. And sometimes you don't know. And sometimes you get to know this later on in life. And then you wonder and you say, was it meant to be that I had to meet this person? Because it feels so right. It feels so amazing that this person needed to come into my life, or I was waiting for this person. Everything is a direction. Everything is a entity, a process that's going to be programmed and processed into your life. But like I said, sometimes it happens sooner, sometimes it happens later, sometimes it happens at the last point of life. You may have that person that comes into your life and you're at your last point in life, and that's the person that gives you life. It's an amazing entity and assumption that you think of these things, but a lot of people probably had these things happen to them and saying he is so right. He nailed it on the head. There's so many things that a lot of people don't get because not that they don't get it, they avoid it or they don't believe it's so necessary to understand these things. The word cancer scares everybody because a lot of people have had people in their family pass away from it. And knowing that someone in their family or someone connected to them having that is death-defying to them. But finding out ways that to prevent it from ever coming into your life before you have to cure it, wouldn't that be the answer? Knowing that eating a vegetable or eating a type of fruit or consuming a fruit with an proper oil connected to you will prevent that from ever happening and giving you the expectancy of life of never seeing any diseases of that nature. But you have to do it. You have to not say it. You have to say to yourself, okay, well, let me do my homework and find out what is going on. All right, guys, this is part two of this documentary. I will definitely do a part three. There's going to be a lot of parts. So look forward for a lot more information on this documentary explaining to you life and everything else around life and what life is based on, not just physically, mentally healthy, but the whole aura of life. So I'll see you soon in part three.